Thank you. Oh, that is a pick-me-up. Okay. I am not here right now. I am drinking a cocktail. I am... Oh, that's a lot. I like it. It's a lot. I am eating rum and raisin chocolate, ice cream even. I've got my finger in a honey pot. Scorched orange zest, civet, so a bit of funk, caramel, chocolate, stewed fruits, amaro, whiskey, Campari, Montenegro. Everything's happening here and it's very nice. Okay, so that's not a cocktail this is a perfume. I believe this is Bruno Fazzolari or Vazzotic's Corpse Reviver. Just give it a check. Yeah, Corpse Reviver, and has a picture of a cake on the bottle. Corpse Reviver is a cocktail. It's a type of cocktail, but that said, it doesn't smell like that cocktail. It gives a sense of when you smell this, you are literally lifted up and sublimated. It doesn't hold back. Caramelized sugars, brulee, whiskey, rum, brown spirit, it's just a lot going on. And again, one of the most amazing things for me is to see a perfumer balance rich materials. See, I bring it to my nose and now I can smell rosemary and blood oranges, and it's just this decadent cocktail. It's what we would call a boozy perfume. And I like the touch of civet. Civet is not edible by any means. It's an animalic note, but here it just tilts it away from falling into something else entirely. And with that, I say that the best gourmand perfumes are the ones that are on the cusp of being inedible, which is what this is. I don't know my exact dates, but I'm thinking of the rebirth, the revival of the cocktail, sort of post-prohibition in America, for example. I'm thinking of absinthe bars and coffee houses in Amsterdam or speakeasies and all those ideas. And so I guess that's sort of turn of the century. So I'm going to say 1920s, the 1920s. It's got to be a speakeasy, obviously. It's a liquid dinner, cocktails for dinner. It was Hitchens who said that we must, when we have a martini, make sure you eat the olives. They're quite nourishing. That's dinner. So liquid dinner at a speakeasy or a great sort of very theatrical, sort of a themed bar. No holding back. It's one of those really successful dates where, everything's out in the open, I should say. No conversation about the weather. It's all about, culture, politics, money, the state of the world. Everything's possible when there's a cocktail in hand. I wonder if someone like this loves going out and and being that sort of boisterous person they are, whether they can even look after a pet. So no pet, but at the most, a pet rock. This is an overpacker, I think. I think they're the kind of person that packs outfits and not pieces of clothing. So there's an ensemble where there's a paisley feature, that's the main feature, and then there's maybe some sort of herringbone pattern and something with silk and something with velvet and something with linen, etc. So a decadent overpacker. Who knows? They're following a trend. I think they're following interests. So this is a place with great bars, speakeasies, up and coming restaurants, new openings, cool wine bars, etc., etc. So in that domain, that's where they're going. Longevity. Persistent, but not like it's big to begin with, but then it sort of settles and then it sort of just sinks into the skin. So it's one of those skin scents, I think, ultimately, with a bit more to it, sort of leaping off the skin. I'd say a 7 or an 8. Huge to begin with, but then again, just a little bit less, and then sort of wearing it carefully, you get a very delicate, a very refined experience, actually. So I'd say, depending on how you wear it, anywhere from 5 all the way up to 9, really. Lots of ingredients here, lots of naturals, real rosemary extract, etc., etc. Potent too. A few sprays and you're good. It's a grenade, really. Value for money, I'd say a 6 or a 7. There are some very masculine features here. Whiskey always has a somewhat masculine feeling in those sort of flavours, but I don't want to reduce it to that. There's floral and there's rose and there's citrus and there's animalics. So perhaps masculine in its feeling, but totally genderless.